I always knew I was different. Well, I am different. Living with cerebral palsy has always had a couple quirks. Then, something happened that made me even more different. Superhuman kind of different. Mom was making dinner. My sister Sarah was going on about her organic chemistry class. She wants to be a doctor. She seems to think it would be a good idea to show off her disabled sister in class, to talk about that specialized operation I went through. Ugh. It's a good opportunity, my parents seem to think. No. I know how they all see me. Poor little broken Kendra. Well, sorry. Maybe I just shouldn't have been born. Well, turns out it's a good thing I was.
Kendra. She's special. Smart girl, too. I don't think she saw that one coming. The High Commander is going to be really upset with me. I mean, there wasn't anything I could do. It just happened. I got all wet and stuff, and before I knew it, I was wading through knee-deep in water. And I'd never seen anything like it before. But it seemed like she could talk to water with her hands. Anyways, that woman, well, she grabbed Kendra, and then, poof, they're gone.
Yes, it was I who rescued that Kendra girl from such a horrible fate. As soon as the tides rose to unforeseen levels, I knew that something was wrong. Very wrong indeed. The fate of all of Empire City was in jeopardy. This girl was in danger. Very grave danger. I speak only with water, the planet's foundation for all living things. I do not hear the words that others speak to me. I cannot hear. I use water to communicate. When I sign to hearing people, I use water as a vibration and a voice. When I sign to hearing people, they're able to hear what I'm saying and communicate with me. The water becomes hands. I understand what's being said. So when this situation happened, the water let me know that I needed to take action. That the fate of the entire world landed in the hands of one teenage girl. I only hope that she will live up to her destiny.
I don't know how she did it, but she escaped from the evil Havoc alien Erickson. Well, let me tell you, I was so relieved when she and her sister reappeared on our ship. Although they were soaking wet with teeth chattering and lips turning blue. Anyway, thank God he didn't kill her. That would have been disastrous for all of us bionics. The timelines would have been altered completely had she not been able to reproduce. The next 5 generations would have been completely erased. And then what would we have done? I knew we were safe as soon as she put on the orange suit. It was amazing. Superhuman abilities indeed. What was that thing that saved her anyway?
Miss Agility is a teenage girl with cerebral palsy who lives in a metropolitan city. One day, she discovers that she has this special destiny to become a superhero. She uses an adaptive device, which is a suit that gives her physical strength and enhances her physical ability by using her canes and her body to, I guess, fight bad guys. I think she gives hope. I think she gives hope to people who may feel different and that they don't feel like they belong in the world. And I think having that kind of hero is a way to say you do belong and you can be a hero and you can go on adventures and do all kinds of amazing things. I grew up with the standard superheroes like Superman and Batman and all those other things. in that superhero world, and I always wanted to see if I could create one of my own. We don't really see too many disabled superheroes out there. What if there was someone like me who could inspire not only disabled people, but people in general to be more diverse and inclusive? So I thought, I think a superhero with cerebral palsy would be pretty cool, because I never really saw a superhero like myself. Well, I think it's important to have representation for disabled people, because then they can see themselves and they can feel that they're part of the regular stories that people tell. So if somebody has cerebral palsy, you just have to remember that, okay, you can say Chris has cerebral palsy, but just remember that he is Chris first. So if we can create characters that acknowledge the disability, but remember that Kendra is Kendra first. She's a teenage girl who's a human being with thoughts and feelings, and we should focus on that. The reason why so many people in the story focus on her disability is a way to show to other viewers that that is unfortunately a normal occurrence when it comes to living with a disability. One of my original ideas for the character before I found out about DNext was making it into a graphic novel. I think there are different ways that can be approached. I think it would make a really great TV show, and I think it can be both. I think it can be both a comic and a show, just like a lot of other multimedia franchises. I'd like to thank DNext for taking a chance on my idea and for having it be voted in, and I'd like to thank my group members, Kevin, Tamika, and Jillian, for helping me adapt my manuscript into a teaser trailer. And I'm really grateful to the support that DNext and the Center for Independent Living have shown to my project. And I'm really glad that the Center for Independent Living has decided to create this media lab so we can, so that people who are interested in film and television can tell these stories, and it gives people with disabilities a chance to tell these stories.